Vaya.
Vaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naranchaiva Narottamam
Naranchaiva Narottamam.
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devin Saraswanyasam.
Tato Jaya Mudiraye
Tato Jaya Mudirayet.
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttamashloke.
Bhaktin Bhavatir Naistiki
Bhaktin Bhavati Naistaki.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya.
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha.
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopakumaraya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, text number 13. 2, 7, 13. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions. Please repeat the sloka begin me. Kṣīrodadhāv amara-dānava-yūthapānām
amara-dānava-yūthapānām
unmathnatām amṛta-labdhaya ādi-devaḥ
ādi-devaḥ
pṛṣṭhena kacchapa-vapur vidadhāru gotraṁ
kacchapa-vapur vidadhāra gotraṁ
nidrākṣaṇo adri-parivarta-kaṣāṇa-kaṇḍūḥ
nidrākṣaṇo adri-parivarta-kaṣāṇa-kaṇḍūḥ.
Word by word meaning. Please repeat begin me. Kṣīra, milk. Udadhau, in the ocean of. Amara, the demigods. Vaisnava, the demons. Yūtha-pānām, of the leaders of both hosts. Unmathnatām, while churning. Amṛta, nectar. Labdhaya, for gaining. Ādi-devaḥ, the primeval Lord. Pṛṣṭhena, by the backbone. Kacchapa, tortoise. Vapuḥ, body. Vidadhāra, assumed. Gotraṁ, the Mandara Hill. Nidrākṣaṇaḥ, while partly sleeping. Adri-parivarta, rolling the hill. Kaṣāṇa, scratching. Kaṇḍūḥ, itching. Translation purport by Zivengre Sabhay Charnavandayasi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat begin me. The primeval Lord then assumed the tortoise incarnation in order to serve
in order to serve
as a resting place,
as a resting place,
pivot for the Mandara Mountain,
for the Mandara Mountain,
which was acting as
acting as
a churning rod.
a churning rod.
The demigods
The demigods
and demons
and demons
were churning the ocean of milk with the Mandara Mountain in order to extract nectar. The mountain moved back and forth, scratching the back of Lord Tortoise, who, while partially sleeping, was experiencing an itching sensation. Purport. Although it is not in our experience, there is a milk ocean within this universe. Even the modern scientists accept that there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of planets hovering over our heads, and even of them has different kinds of climatic conditions. Srimad Bhagavatam gives much information which may not tally with our present experience. But as far as Indian sages are concerned, knowledge is received from the Vedic literatures, and the authorities accept without any hesitation that we should look through the pages of authentic books of knowledge. Shastra Shakshurvat. So we cannot deny the existence of the ocean of milk as stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam unless and until we have experimentally seen all the planets hovering in the space. Since such an experience is not possible, naturally we have to accept the statement of Srimad Bhagavatam as it is because it is so accepted by spiritual leaders like Sridhara Swami, Jiva Goswami, Vishwanatha Chakravarti and others. The Vedic process is to follow in the footsteps of great authorities, and that is the only process for knowing that which is beyond our imagination. The primeval Lord, being all powerful, can do whatever he likes, and therefore he assuming the incarnation of a tortoise or a fish for serving a particular purpose is not at all astonishing. Therefore, we should not have any hesitation whatsoever in accepting the statements of authentic scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam. The gigantic work of churning the milk ocean by the combined effort of the demigods and the demons required a gigantic resting ground or pivot for the gigantic Mandara Hill. Thus, to help the attempt of the demigods, the primeval Lord assumed the incarnation of a gigantic tortoise swimming in the ocean of milk. At the same time, the mountain scratching his backbone as he was partially sleeping and thus relieved his itching sensation. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshulmidam Yana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Putri Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, one of our part of our spiritual activity, so in the Kali Yuga, we all know the chanting the holy name of the Lord is the Yuga Dharma. So, just chanting the holy name of the Lord is enough. But because of our ignorance, we are not able to understand the power of the holy name, and the Lord and the holy name are equal. These are the statements we are getting, but we are not able to fully realize those and unable to understand the complete power of the holy name. Because of that, our chanting we are lagging in the chanting, Sometimes superficially people are chanting, then over the period of time, it will liquidated or somebody leaving the chanting and getting into the Maya. So in order to strong our faith on the chanting the holy name of the Lord, and in order to put us more forward on the bhakti, this Srimad Bhagavatam is appeared. And yes, this is mercifully Lord appeared in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam so that we can understand the bhakti. What is bhakti? How our previous forefathers and the previous generations, how they did the bhakti, and what are the obstacles they gone through, and how they achieved the success. All those things are elaborately explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, by closely reading, by closely understanding the Srimad Bhagavatam, what will happen? By automatically, or consciously or unconsciously, we will become a devotee of the Lord. It is the purification process. So, along with the chanting, we should have this knowledge as well. That is the reason we are discussing the Srimad Bhagavatam every day after chanting. In the early morning, we are chanting. After the chanting, Mangalarti, along with after the Mangalarti, we are doing the chanting. After the chanting, we are discussing the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the complete package. So we are doing the Aradhana. Maybe we are seeing as the virtual way, but still we are connected with the Lord through virtual. And next, Srimad Bhagavatam, we are discussing the Srimad Bhagavatam. We are chanting the holy name of the Lord. So it is we are completing the morning program. So this will give the immense energy to progress in bhakti and keep away us from the Maya. That is the reason we should not miss the Srimad Bhagavatam discussion and morning program. So if anybody wanted to progress, really having the desire to progress in bhakti, they should continue this morning program and hear the Srimad Bhagavatam, read the Srimad Bhagavatam, understand it. So the benefit is, see, the person who is speaking and the person who is hearing, both of them are in the win-win situation because both are getting the same destination in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Because in other cases, if you see, the person who is in the material way, if you see, the person who is teaching is getting the money. The person who is giving, who is hearing, he has to give the money. But even though he is getting the knowledge, he need to give the money. But in the case of spirituality, there is nothing like that. You don't want to give anything. There is nothing to lose. There is we can go one step ahead in our bhakti. So Srimad Bhagavatam, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is very much important. And here, Prabhupada is talking about two things. See, here in this today's sloka, we are talking about the tortoise incarnation of the Lord. So the tortoise incarnation, so if the non-believers or the so-called scientist or the so-called the atheist, what they will say, if they read the Srimad Bhagavatam and they will laugh because they don't know the faith on the scriptures. What they will say, how come the Lord became he's come as a tortoise? Why Lord need to take the tortoise incarnation? And again, they will laugh at there is a milk ocean. How come it is a milk ocean? It is only salty ocean here. So they are all like a frog in the well. Why we are saying frog in the well? Because we know and our experience is very limited. We are in one particular planet. We don't know the experience of what is there in the other planets. There are two kind of process to understand the material world or anything. There are two kind of process we can follow to understand anything in case of material or as well as spiritual. One is in the ascending process, another one is a descending process. What is going to be ascending process? Ascending process means each and everything I will research, and if I feel through my senses, if I see or if I smell through my 5 senses, or if I taste, or if I'm able to hear, if I touch, if I'm able to do this through this senses, then I will accept that is there. So this is one kind of Then they will do the research. Then if they feel, then they will accept. This is the ascending process of understanding something. And there is another way is there, that is the descending process. Descending process in the sense, because our sages and as well as the great rishis and rishi munis, they did the tapasya and they connected with the Lord, they connected with the authorities, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara kind of authorities. Then they come up with the knowledge through the Srimad Bhagavatam. And they prepare this knowledge, they come up what happened, all those things are written in the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the descending process. So if you accept, because everything is already researched, everything is done in the past. There are millions of years, many yugas. We are in the 28th Manvantara. Yesterday we discussed. We are in the 28th Manvantara. Each Manvantara, 71 Chatur yugas. So now we are in the 28th Manvantara. And so how come? Yes, there are already 27 Manvantaras completed. So many millions of years we crossed. Anadi Kalam is okay. It is time immemorial. We were there. So our forefathers already for us, they collected the knowledge, they did all the difficulties, everything they gone through, they come up with the pure knowledge for us in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we just need to read and understand and accept as it is. If we have the power to research on that, we can do that. But it is not necessary if it is, because currently it is all the scientists, they are researching, then they are identifying. They are identifying, okay, this is correct. Like in our scriptures, it is said that the stool of a cow, that is cow dung, it is very, very pure, they are saying. So how come a stool of an animal, it is very pure? So it is said in the other pages of the scriptures, it is said that if you touch the animal stool or your own stool, you have to, any stool, you have to take bath. This is the scriptural injunction. But in the other pages, it is said that you can worship because the cow dung is this is very auspicious. It is very pure. It is medicinal qualities are there. You need to keep in your altar along with the Lord. You can keep the cow dung. So that is the way it is scriptural injunction. So earlier, before maybe some 40-50 years, some of the non-believers or the non-devotees, the atheistic people, they were making fun of us. Till now, some of the people are fun of us. What we are doing, we are saying that go mutra, there is a stool and urine of a cow is very pure and it is auspicious. The scriptures are saying. We accepted that fully, and we are using that for our purification process at the home. But these non-believers, they are making fun of us. These people are drinking gomutra and they are worshipping cow dung, all those stuff. This is making it fun because they are frog in the well. What we are doing, we are accepting the words of our previous acharyas through whatever they are saying in Srimad Bhagavatam, whatever they are saying in the scriptures. We are as it is, we have to accept. We should not have not even 1% of doubt on that. We need to accept as it is. So because we cannot go and check what is it is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are thousands of planets are there. So we are seeing that there are so many stars are there. So now we can understand that each star is each planet. It is lying in the sky. So there are millions of stars also there. So we are accepting that. But we are accepting that. And the scriptures also saying the same. And also in our material world, there is an ocean. It's a salty ocean. The water is full of salty. And the scriptures are saying there is a milk ocean in the other planetary system. So where the demigods and the demons together, because they wanted to take the nectar so that they can increase their longevity to stay. Because Lord wanted to give the longevity to the demigods, but demigods alone cannot churn and take the nectar from the Milky Ocean. So they take the help of demons. So, but Lord made a trick, because if you increase the longevity of the demons, then there is a havoc in the society. So that is the reason Lord came in the avatar of, took the avatar of, next avatar of Mogini, then he took care of the demons. He strictly gave the nectar to only the demigods. In the today's sloka, it is mentioned that it's a Tata's incarnation. So the nectar, it is there in the Milky Ocean. So Lord asked them to churn the Milky Ocean. For that, they used two things: the Mandara Hill as a churning rod, and the Vasugi, the snake, Vasugi snake as a rope to churn. So we are also churning in our home. Many of the olden days, not now, nobody's churning. Earlier olden days, if you see, they used to churn. There should be a one, in the pot, they will put one rod, and the rod, there is a rope. They will pull the rope here and there, so that what will happen? The bottom, the churning will happen. So Lord asked to churn the Milky Ocean so that they can get the nectar from that. By using that, demigods and demons, you can increase your longevity. That is what Lord instructed them. So demigods and demons, they were the process of churning. So when they went to the churning, they used the Mandara Hill as a churning rod and Vasugi snake as a rope. So when they're pulling that, what happened? Because the Mandara Hill, if you keep the hill in the bottom, there should be something to some hard. Because if you see in the ocean, it is a sandy here. The Milky Ocean also, it is soft thing. So in order to keep the hard thing in top of keep the hill or the rod in the top, then only they can churn. It will rotate. It can rotate. So that is the reason Lord mercifully took the avatar of tortoise, and what he did, he went in the swim, and inside of that ocean he was there. On top of the Lord's back, and when the Lord is in the tortoise form, on top of him, they kept the Mandara Hill, and they started churning. So here it is, the Brahmaji is saying to Narada Muni that when they move the mountain back and forth, how they move, when they're churning, what will happen? The mountain, because there is no fixed, it is not fixed on the back of the Lord in the tortoise form. So it is just they kept on that. So what they are pulling here and there. So when they are pulling the Vasugi snake as a rope, they are pulling here and there, what will happen? It will move, the mountain move here and there. And also here it is saying that Lord is partially sleeping. The Brahmaji is saying that Lord in the tortoise form, he was partially sleeping. And the mountain is moving back and forth. What is happening? It is scratching the back of the tortoise. The tortoise, you can say how it is. It's a hard. In the back is a hard. That is the reason Lord assumed the tortoise incarnation, so that they can do the churning properly. So when they are moving the Mandara mountain back and forth, what happened? It is creating the itching sensation. Lord is experiencing the itching sensation. So itching sensation, it is somebody, if something happened to in our back, some mosquito bite, what happened? Immediately we will be having the itching sensation. We will go and we will do the scratch using our nail or our fingers, we will scratch there. Then we will feel comfortable. So Lord is enjoying that. So if somebody do the scratch or through his eyes, so he's kind of a massaging. So Lord is enjoying that massaging. So when using the mantra mountain, they are doing the churning. That is like enjoyment for he's in the half sleep. He's enjoying that massage. That's what it is mentioned in this sloka and the purport. So there's this, we need to accept, because the atheist may not be accepting this, the tortoise, how the Lord became tortoise, and how come it is a Milky Ocean, how it is possible to Milky Ocean, all those things they will have come up with the questions. But for us, since we are believers of Srimad Bhagavatam, and it is coming from the knowledge, coming from the absolute truth, we are accepting that as it is. We are not having any tinge of, because if you are knowledgeable, if you are able to go and research, then you can challenge, okay, how come it is possible? Again, let me go and check. But it is not possible for us. If it's not possible for us, then you have to accept what they are saying. It is, you cannot do the research as well. So that is the reason. It is also, we are seeing that the great spiritual leaders like Sridhara Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti, and all the other Sambardayas, They accepted the Bhagavatam as it is, as a great authority. So if the pious people and who are all the sadhu sandhus, who are all accepted this as a great authority, Bhagavatam is a great authority, they are also need to accept this as it is. We can say that blindly you can accept, because it is accepted by the great acharyas. We are not in their level. So they are the greatest people. They were accepted. Why? We need to have the doubt on it. So in that way, we have to accept the Srimad Bhagavatam and apply the teachings in our life. So that is the way we can perfect our life. And the demigods, the demons, when they churning, what happened? The nectar came out, then Lord take the next avatar. So in order to, it is not why we have why Lord wanted to give only the nectar to the demon, sorry, nectar to the demigods only. Why not the demons? Because demons, they are not accepting the Lord's authority. They are thinking that they are the supreme. They want to lord it over. They are the masters. But the demigods, they are the devotees, but they are the pure devotees. They also having the propensity that they are the masters, they also want the enjoyment, prosperity is there. That's the reason they are not the pure devotees, but still they have the understanding that we have to obey the Lord, and if Lord saying something, they will accept it. They won't speak anything denied. If they, even though some mistake happen, if there's some mistake they did, demigods, they will go on with their pardon. They will take the they will ask the forgiveness from the Lord, and they will go through the process of repentation. But they will repent for that. But this, in the other hand of demons, they won't repent for whatever. If they did some mistake, they won't repent also, and they won't accept the authority of the Supreme Lord also. That is the reason we are calling them as a demon. So there are two categories. Always in the society, there will be two categories. Kind of a demigods and the demons. Other one is kind of a devotees, another one is a non-devotee. So the person who are all not accepting the Supreme Lord's authority, simply we can call them as a non-devotees. So the many people will say, I won't accept the authority of Krishna, I won't accept the authority of Vishnu, I will accept the other demigods, this and that. They are also put it in the category of non-devotees only. Even though they say they are calling themselves as a devotees, we need to call them as a non-devotees only. We are calling them as a non-devotees only. So because they are not accepting the authority of the Supreme Lord. So today's class we discussed about the tortoise incarnation. Thank you everyone.